What's going on, YouTube? This your boy Romeo Trading back again for another video. If you guys appreciate the content, feel free to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, turn on notifications. I'm on stocktwits.com/RomeoTrading, twitter.com/Romeo_trading. Any donations, you guys can send them to my Cash App, $RomeoTrading. Let's jump right into it. Currently we at 144 subscribers. I appreciate you guys for supporting the channel. Leave a comment down below if you guys have any suggestions for me going forward. But let's just go ahead and jump into Thinkorswim. All right, hopefully you guys are having a great weekend or had a great weekend. Want to go over some ideas for next week. I will be leaving timestamps in the description for you guys to go ahead and jump ahead to a particular stock. You know, if you're here just to, hear about one particular stock. Starting out with the SPY. We had a pretty interesting week last week. We put in a lot of volume on Friday. What I'm thinking is we might be done going down. So hopefully we might get a gap up Monday. That's what I'm thinking. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm thinking for Monday. We might get a nice gap up on Monday. The monthly is still green, so bulls are still in control. I don't think that we're going to give back too many gains this month. I mean, we could fall back to the 385 area. That is, basically the area we broke out of. So that's possible for us to kind of rest on that support line to close out the month. But I still think that we got at least one more bullish push before the month ends, just because the volume really didn't, solidify anything major on the weekly. The weekly still looks good. Volume was still, kind of average. Kind of volume for the week was roughly average. As you can see, we kind of had these high spike weeks here when we got some big changes coming. Then we kind of have these normal weeks here. So, it's pretty normal. We had, some ups and downs. That's to be expected. Like I say, Friday was just interesting because we kind of gapped up and we kind of faded back, I guess I would say, into support. And we got a lot of volume that day. Drilling down to the 4-hour, we did kind of fall below that 4-hour trend. Last time we fell below the 20 and the 50, we kind of did have a healthy pullback. I'm not sure if we should be expecting this kind of move here on Monday, or if we're gonna gap back over that Friday's resting day. It could have just been some good resting going. But we are crossing over as well, so if the market did decide to pull back, we really couldn't be too, shocked with it kind of falling out of this trend here. Market has been bullish, nice strong bull push for a while. So, the month still green. So I still think we're gonna close the month out green. Like I said, we may just come back to this 385 area at best. Like I say, probably if we did pull back, I say we don't drop no lower than this 385 area. I think that'll be a nice support area to bounce if we was to pull back. Just kind of keep an eye on that. If we did decide to move forward, some big news, I wouldn't be mad at it. If the market did decide to pull back, then we kind of just gotta take that information from that the market's giving us and kind of look at that going into our swing trades. If the market's gapping down, I definitely wouldn't want to. I definitely kind of be nervous about taking any stocks that gap over our entry, because if the market tanks, then it could gap over, tag us in, and definitely, when we can definitely lose some easy profits there. So that's normally why I set my alerts and let the alerts trigger first, and then I put my order in. That way I won't get caught on any type of pullbacks or shakedowns. And like I said, or you can, like I said, if it looks good pre-market, go ahead and put that order in and go ahead and get filled. But that's looking at the SPY. The Qs are already back at that support area, back at that 330 area. So we got some pretty consistent volume here. So if we get back over 332, we might be able to get, like I said, we might be able to finish back bullish. Because this one has already pulled back, had a huge shakeout here on this day for the Qs. But like I said, buyers stepped back up, and it kind of been bouncing off this 330 area, which basically was last month's high. Last month's high was 330 and 32 cents. So the market basically pulled back to that support area. It's kind of been bouncing. So we're gonna see if we can't get one more push, just to close out the month. You know, just to kind of get a nice green close for the month. Since we did have a resting week last week, maybe we can get some good volume and get this thing back at least up to 340 for the Qs. You know, definitely, like I say, long as 330 hold, I think we're good. I think we still can maintain, you know, our bullish run. But if 330 fails, then, you know, we might be approaching the downtrend. But like I said, I don't think that's gonna happen. Not this month. It may happen next week, but I don't think it's gonna happen this week. And the same, like I said, the same with the SPY. The SPY is a little bit away from the 385 area. Like I say, it's a little ways away. It don't have to come back to this area if the bulls are really strong. Like I said, we had a lot of volume here. So like I said, this could have been ending volume with it having a pullback like this. So we definitely could possibly go bullish on Monday. So like I said, I expect us to be bullish next week. Like I said, we'll go from there. I ain't got too many ideas for you guys this week. Got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 ideas this week. Let's go and jump into ABUS. Starting out with this one, the monthly is green. Sentiment is green for the month. We did get rejected by this. We've been getting rejected by this $5 area. We got rejected in July. We got rejected in August. We ran up November, gapped up to it, got rejected, couldn't get over it. Definitely penetrated, but got rejected again. We also gapped over this 50-period moving average here on the monthly. Put in a nice green month in January, and like I say, here in February, if the market is bullish this last week of the month, I think we'll be able to clear that $5 area. I really think it's possible. So my idea, drilling down to the weekly, if we can get over this 465 area. So from what I see, we put in this green week, we put in this this high volume week here, up there to 5. That's a long run. So you know, it was a long run. Like they ran from 420 all the way up to 5. So definitely got rejected based on that. No clean ride up, and then you know, like no cup and handle or anything like that. Like I said, kind of ran pretty far to get to this point. Like I said, we're over monthly resistance here on the 50 period. Like I said, we're good on that, which is basically the 200 period on the weekly. So I think we're good on that aspect of it. But like I said, the volume spike here was concerned. Like I said, we did penetrate. We did come back. We still got higher lows here. We got higher low. Then we got another higher low. So I would consider this a resting week because of the volume. We put in almost, so a little, it definitely looked like average volume here for this particular stock. It definitely was below what it's been doing. Whenever we get these volume spikes, it's definitely been doing a lot less. So I think we still have room to make another run if we get over this 465 area. And the actual idea would be 465 by 440. It's a 25-cent stop, so you got 25-cent risk on this. So if you're risking, you know, $100, you would just need 400 shares. And you know, every 25 cents you'll get your $100 out of it. Comes down to 440, you will pretty much take a loss. But like I say, all time frames look good on the weekly. We're over monthly resistance as well. We just, like I say, we just targeting that $5 area at this point to get out of this penny stock territory. Drilling down to the daily, we kind of got a double pivot high right here at this 465 area. We opened up the week, we tagged it, and then kind of faded back to support. We got a little minor support here, 20 and the 50 on the daily, which has kind of been holding a little bit for us. Big push up, big volume, gap up, pull back, kind of came back here to support, bounced up again, pull back, had another run again, and then like I say, that was rejected. Still bullish, still have opportunities to move up higher in my opinion. So like I say, if we can get over 465, I think we'll be able to make a nice run up on. So like I said, I got my alert set. I'll definitely be looking at it from there. Looking at the 4 hour. I'm not sure how potent this was. We only had 6,000 shares in this the final 4 hours of the day on Friday. But if you guys look here, you see this nice little red resting bar sitting right here on support on the 4 hour. And you know, by the way, I use the 20 to 50 and the 200 period on all time frames. Once you set it in Thinkorswim, it automatically lines up on every time frame. You don't have to, all you gotta do is put it in once. It automatically sets up on each time frame. So with that being said, even drilling down to lower time frames, you still got a pattern similar to this one. You know, you got green bar, green bar, green bar, then you got this little red bar here. You got technically a higher low from the opening of the day. Just like over here, you know, the opening of the week, we still got a higher low here. So over this red bar, over this 450 area, I think we can definitely make another run to get back up to that $5 area. It just looks good from a technical standpoint. If you guys agree or disagree, leave a message down in the comments. Like I say, over 450 will be a nice intraday entry. You know, you can do 450 by 4. First target would basically be the 465. You would basically can get 1.5 out of that. 2 to 1 would be 470, which is definitely doable. So if you want to intraday this based on this 4 hour, you could, depending on how the market opens up tomorrow. We don't know how the market's gonna open up. So, you know, if you get, you know, like I say, watch over this 450 area, and then like I say, if it breaks that 450 area, we might be able to get back up to the $5 area. That area, like I say, has been kind of a problem for us. So we're gonna see if we can do that next week. I think that is it for ABUS. If you like this idea, hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Next idea, AMC, one of the fan favorites. Now, starting with the monthly on this one, we had the huge run up to $20. You know, we made our profits on that. We was in way down here at 350. You guys can check my newsletter. We was already in this thing back down here. We made us some good profits. We know we got in, we got out. We got our profits and we got out. So now we got us some resting. You know, some resting has taken place. There was some news. If you guys have Thinkorswim, there was some news. The rundown. I don't know if you guys can see. No, you guys can't see. But they got this little rundown on AMC video, which, you know, just a bunch of, you know, stock heads and stuff talking junk about. You know, it's supposed to be a $2 stock and this, that, and the third. But, you know, we don't care about all that as traders. Only thing we care about is volatility and price action with a little volume. That's all we care about. We don't care about news. You know, we don't care about all that. We care about what the price is doing. Where's the volume? So, based on this chart, we are penetrating deeply into support. What once was resistance is now support, right? You guys look at this monthly, you can see this this $6 area has been rejected a few times. I want to take my time with it because I want you guys to kind of understand this. If you guys look at this $6 area, you can see that we had a nasty break under that $6 area. Came back, hit it in May, got rejected. Came back, hit it in June, got rejected. Rested a little bit, came back, hit it in August, got rejected. Tried to hit it again in September, got rejected. Got rejected bad. I'm talking about it just gave up. Bulls just kind of gave up on this one. Fell back down to this $2 area, which, you know, that's where everybody was saying it's supposed to be. Bulls did step up in this $2 area. So between 2 and 6 has kind of been the trading range since the pandemic hit. So that's basically what really broke it down. But it, you know, based on this, it looked like it was breaking down anyway. Because like I say, before the pandemic hit, it was already falling anyway. But you know, we had this like I say, this little tug of war here between the $2 and $4 area, you know, just bouncing up and down here. And then like I said, we had a nice little breakout in January that, you know, we broke out of this $6 area. You know, that's a trend break. So my expectation, I don't have many expectations for this. Because like I say, the month is red. So with the month being red, it is likely that the month is gonna finish red. You know, it ain't been too many times. You know, I'm pretty sure all these top and tails for these months probably happened in the first week of the month. Normally you get that first week of the month push, and then, you know, sellers go and take it on out. But with this month heavily in the red, with the high being $17.25, bulls are not really for the, you know, push this thing up that far. Not in my opinion. It's just unrealistic. We do have earnings coming up on the 25th. I did steal some shares at 570. Did steal some shares. So like I said, I really liked it pre-market. This is like I say, the actual swing trade idea wouldn't trigger to over 625. That is the high of last week. Like I say, the money is red, so the expectation is low for this one, because we don't know if bulls gonna step in at the end of this month to kind of let us know that we stepping up next month, or if we just gonna go ahead and fade out and, you know, go from there. But we are, in my opinion, sitting on some type of support here in this $6 area. We didn't put in a new low last week. The week before last, the low was 526, and then we put in a higher low of 532. So, you know, not much, a 6-cent higher low, but a higher low nonetheless. So, you know, support might be in this area. We won't know until we really truly get some volume to let us know that the trend is actually going to change. But like I said, I did steal some shares. The chart isn't the most beautiful chart. You know, this is kind of how all the weed stocks looked at one point. You know, you had this huge run up, then it tanked, and it kind of found some support, and then we started running off to the races on most cannabis stocks. So if you guys look back on your charts, you can kind of see the cannabis sector doing a lot of these same, making a lot of these same moves, pushing up into the 50 period on the monthly and getting rejected and falling back, huge red bars, falling back to some type of support, and then proceed to run higher. We do got earnings coming up. I personally think there's a buyout coming. We got a, you know, we had a lot of volume here before we ran. You know, like this. Let me see if I can drill back. Even though we got over what 3 billion here. Before that, you know, we still had some pretty heavy volume for this stock before it really started getting nasty. Like I said, we got in this $3 area before it ripped, just based on the volume, because, you know, this bar wasn't full. This bar was down here, in the $3 area at the time. And if you guys look at my stock tools, you can see I was tracking this thing then, before it actually, you know, started going crazy, which we appreciate it. Definitely, we appreciate it. But like I say, the volume was already there. So I really think something is coming for AMC. It could be a buyout. Me personally, I don't see it dropping below 4. I don't think it's gonna pull back below 4. If anything, hopefully it consolidates over 5. So that is a good price area. It's not in penny stock area no more. So hopefully it consolidates over 5 for a little bit. And then, like I say, we continue to move higher. The daily is kind of squished because of these crazy movements. So I'm gonna drill down to the 4 hour. You guys kind of get a better look at it. So on the 4 hour, we see we got a lot of resistance coming down. We got a lot of consolidating here on the 20 period for the 4 hours. So we got a lot of short-term consolidation starting. As you see, we didn't drop below this with this 550 area. Seemed like some good support as well. We had a nice bounce here, kind of bounce right here in this 550 area, kind of ran up, retested that 20, got rejected. Came back to minor support, this 550 area. So nice consolidation here. 20 period is slowly becoming support. Like I say, it's been resistance. It's been resistance here. It was resistance here. Like I say, still got rejected down. Still resistance here. Still haven't earned that. I'm not sure what this probably was just some fake PR to trap some bulls in this. But you know, we didn't fall for it. So you see, as the 20 period still been kind of grinding it down. Then you kind of can see us kind of breaking that 20 period again. So it's I'm not sure, like I say, if this is just manipulation. Well, it probably is manipulation to probably trap a lot of bears. We did make some quick profits on this day. I remember taking this trade early in the week. The only thing was we couldn't stay in it. And I posted that I would love to see this over 625. But we couldn't stay in it because we had this huge red sale set up here. And we don't buy into that because that's dangerous. I really couldn't buy back in until it was back over 6, you know. So, you know, you guys be careful of that. If you guys have been following me for a while, you know, you got to respect the 4-hour chart because it kind of lets you know what's going on before stuff start to happen. So definitely keep an eye on that. One second, give me a little water. Make sure you guys staying hydrated out there. But we had some nice bullish pushing going on pre-market. You know, I was posting, you know, and then, you know, we started to get a lot of pre-market activity, a lot of buying up. So we're gonna see if we can make a move up. Like I said, over 625. That's last week's high. 625. Close is roughly 570. So that is like a 55-cent stop. Oh yeah, about a 55-cent stop. That's not bad. Risk management is very important. So if you guys been waiting on a possible entry for AMC, you can, you know, I wouldn't call this a core position. But if you guys want to take a nice position, you could do maybe 200 shares at 625. That'll give you $100 risk to basically 575. So from 575 to 675, you got a 50-cent risk. And like I say, you can put a stop down here. You can give it a little bit more room. If you want to risk $200, you basically give it to roughly 550. That'll be basically basically not the lower the bar, but you'll basically give it a little room to wiggle around a little bit. If you want to do 100 shares, you could. That'll open your risk, you know, up pretty much. Every dollar is $100 basically. So, you know, if you guys are new to trading, you've been hearing all this talk about AMC, this is the actual trading idea. Like I said, we would get in using a stop limit order at this 625 area based on, you know, other market conditions. So just kind of be mindful of this. Like I said, I do like the consolidation here. Last week definitely was resting. Possible support here. Nice little volume spikes here. Sold off pretty big here, and then we had buyers to kind of solidify this thing a little bit. The buying pressure here kind of let us know, you know, hey, we still here. We still waiting for an entry here. So, you know, if we can get over 6 on the short term, I think we definitely got room to get back to the 625 area, because the trading range, the trading range on this thing is $1.72. Because of these huge moves, the ATR is sold off of this stock. You guys see right here, I got my ATR average trading range. It's at $1.72. So, you know, it's definitely still bleeding off the run. We can't get no real analysis on it right now. I could do there we go. Okay, so I did a 10-day ATR. So in the last 10 days, it still moved $1.07. We got $1.07 average price movement on this thing for the last 10 days. The range 80 cent, 30 cent here. Got 60 cent here, 45 cent, 40 cent. So yeah, I mean the range is still, well, we had a nice range here on this day. But I'm pretty sure once this thing started going, I'm pretty sure people are waiting to jump back in. Over 750, we'll be over the short-term trend. So, you know, over the 750 means we're actually gonna be making higher highs, some real higher highs, you know, over the daily. So, you know, still got plenty of room there. I think we're gonna bounce in this area. I called it out. I think, like I said, I think it's a good area to buy, a good area to bounce. We're gonna definitely see. I did steal some shares at 570. We're already in the money. It's up to 574. So I'm already up on this. You know what I'm saying? Just on my nibble. So I could have nibbled like 10,000 shares, and I could have sold and made a quick couple $100 on that. But you know, I just wanted to nibble because, like I say, risk management is very important. If anybody watching this thing, if you are new to trading, risk management is very important. Please understand what you're doing. Don't get caught up buying up here at $16. Please don't. Hopefully nobody bought up here in 20 and 16 and none of these. I'm pretty sure people did, but hopefully it wasn't none of you guys that's watching this video, because, you know, we got to do better than that. But you know, we got, you know, 10,000 shares sitting at 574. So maybe some bulls are stepping in just to end the month. We had a nice run down here. Even in January, even though January ran off pretty good, we did put in one red week. We're gonna see if we can get us a green week to close out AMC. I don't think it's gonna go to the moon. We do got earnings. I'm not sure if I'm gonna hold into earnings. That's just me. I don't see myself holding into earnings. I think it's gonna be, if earnings is bad, I'm pretty sure they're gonna have an announcement that's gonna give this thing a little bit more of a catalyst. But we're gonna see. I got a nice nibble right now, so I may hold my nibble into earnings because my risk is very low on that nibble, small shares. So I wouldn't be worried about this thing. Like I say, my nibble is basically like I can go to $2 basically on my nibble, which is not, it's not going back to $2. Too much. It was too much volume down here for it to drop back to 2. But you never know what could happen. I think the low of this month was 191. I don't think it's going back to $2. That's just my personal opinion. So my nibble gives me room to $2. And like I say, I won't be hurting at all. You know, it's not bad risk at all. My nibble. So basically from 570 to $2, I'm good. I'm not gonna go bankrupt. You know what I'm saying? Like, risk control, right? Risk control. Got in at a gamble, because me getting in at 570, that's not my idea. My idea is 625. So I got in at 570. I nibbled, got a few shares just to hold over the weekend, just to see if we get some movement. But like I said, if we trigger 625, I'm gonna add to that, right? I'm gonna add, and like I said, I'm gonna have a 2-to-1 target. So 625 by I do 575 just to make it even, just to make it an even 50-cent risk on it. If we trigger 625 on green, oh, excuse me, it shouldn't fall back. But this stock got too much. It got too much going on to pull back that hard. So if we get up to 625, I think we got room up a little bit higher on that. So it'll be 50-cent risk. You can do 625 by 575. You can throw that extra 5 cents in there if you want to. But I think if we trigger, I think bulls are really gonna step in on this thing. Like I say, back over 6 is support there anyway, with that being a whole dollar. So if we get support at 6, you know, 625 shouldn't be a problem. You know, we shouldn't have to worry about it dropping back below 6. I'm not that hard anyway. You know, we probably probably move up, break that $6 area, get tagged in. We probably come back and retest the $6 area. I don't see us dropping back that far below. Not with the type of momentum AMC has right now. And with earnings coming up, it's just a lot of speculation going on right now. So like I say, we nibbled some here at 570. We'll be adding more at 625. You know, that's the price area. That's the last week's high. You know, we don't have no type of uptrend if we can't break that high. That's one of the formulas for uptrend. Higher high, higher low. Higher high, higher low. We got to break that 625 area. But that's about it, you guys. Like I say, 625 is the area to beat. I did nibble some shares on Friday to hold over the weekend. 4 hour looks good, have some nice consolidation. That's why we got a narrow range red resting week here, because we got some consolidation. So possible trend change. We could go lower. You know, you never know. We're going to see what happens Monday. If you guys like this idea, leave a comment down below. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. That is it for AMC. Moving on. Next idea is CLRB. All right. Earnings on this one is March the 8th. So we got plenty of time on this one to get us a swing trade in. I'm not really a fan of holding into earnings. I've done it a couple times and I was successful, but I've also seen where earnings was terrible. So I'm not a fan of holding into earnings. You're a gambler, power to you. You know, if you're an investor, you do it all the time, trader. And that type of gamble is a little too much out of my control with my type of share size I like to take. So I'm not going to be holding into earnings. We did have a nice breakout. This would have been a nice core trade entry here on the monthly over 210. Could have did 210 by 190. Got a 20-cent stop on this, a 20-cent risk on the monthly. Oh man, that's a beautiful right there. That's beautiful core entry right there. If you were just waiting on this thing to kind of get above this 20 period, like I said, the trend is up for the month. So we're over the monthly, we're over monthly resistance. Big volume took us over monthly resistance here on this 20 period. Had a nice retest. We kind of retested this monthly resistance area to this 20 period. And then we proceeded to put in a new high. That's what you want to see. That would have been a nice, like I say, 210 by 190. You had a 20-cent stop. You could have, like I said, if you want to invest, you know, $1,000 on this thing, let me see, 100. Let me see. If you was investing $100, you would have just needed what, 500 shares. So multiply that by 10. You need what, 50 grand, 50,000 shares to risk $1,000 per 20 cent. Per 20 cent, you'll be up $1,000. Not bad. You want to risk $100, like I say, 500 shares. $200, 1,000 shares. $300, 1,500. 400 shares, 2,000. Want to risk $500, 2,500 shares. So, oh, I'm sorry. I said, hold on, wait a minute. My math is terrible right now. I said you need 50,000 shares. You just need 5,000 shares. I apologize. Math was basically thrown back. So yeah, if you want to risk $500, if you want to risk $1,000, you would just need 5,000 shares for this trade. 5,000 shares, you got 20-cent risk. You get $1,000 per 20 cent in either direction. The month opened up right here at 2. 9 times out of 10, it went down first. So you wouldn't have been in, and then you would have got in on the ride up. And if you look at the weekly, you would have been in the money. You could have definitely took some easy profit, been up a couple of grand up here, wrote this thing all the way up to 3. What would that have been? 1, you would have been up 2 grand. You could have sold up here, took some profits, waiting on the retest, you know. But that's a core trade. Like I say, the monthly entries are core trade entries. But like I say, you know, over that red bar, get a nice bar here that shows buyers are in control, buyers have interest. Then you got a nice resting bar retesting a moving average line, which is kind of a pivot line, I'm pretty sure, somewhere. But you know, that's just how it looks. Now, we've already put in some big volume here in December. This month here, the volume isn't as big. Like I say, buyers have already put this thing where they wanted it to be. They obviously wanted it to be over this this 180 area, over this $2 area. Seems like, yeah, over this $2 area was definitely the target. Got higher lows all the way up here. So we're just looking for one more move to kind of close out the month. Maybe squeeze back up to this $3 area. That's the idea. We do got some topping tails. The reason why I like this idea is we didn't put in a new low. We still held that low. So if you would have had your stop order down here in this 210 area, you would have still been good. And bulls pushed it right back up to 250. Interesting. Now, as a swing trade, we got a 20-cent, just like on the monthly. As a swing trade, we got a 20-cent idea from 270 by 250. We're just looking to close the money out. So, you know, I really wouldn't expect this thing to get, I would personally do 1-to-1 on this because we got rejected here. I would personally do 1-to-1, so I would probably sell at 290. You know, just a 1-to-1. So if I wanted to risk $500 on this thing, 20 cent, right? I would just need 2,500 shares, then 20 cent risk, 20 cent plus 270, 290. We'll be out $500 at 290, and we'll be gone. Right? That's what we're looking for. We do got a little volume here, not a real spike. That spike is kind of a game changer. When you get them spikes, that be them game changers. So we just got some building volume here. It's kind of ascending volume. There's no real spike. Now, if we get over 20 million, then, you know, you got to be kind of prepared to kind of, you know, take some profits at that point. If you're just trading this thing. So, you know, I want to see it over 270 next week. And like drilling down to the daily, it gets even sweeter because we got this nice little red bar here, right? Just like here on the monthly. Nice little red doji bar bouncing right off this support, right off these trend lines. Buyers took out that high, been in a new high, pulled back, gapped up, pulled back. This is bullish to me. Just because the bar is red doesn't mean the overall idea is bullish. We are green on the month. So this is bullish to me. We do got some volume here. You know, we did get a gap up. So whatever news, PR, whatever that was, we did get a gap up. Bulls are still in control. Probably trapped a lot of people in this. And whoever bought in this day took profits. That's how a lot of bulls get trapped, because they you got to understand these buyers got to take profits. I mean, they don't have to, but 9 times out of 10 they're going to. You know, you're gonna take profits on that. So 270 is the idea. 270 by 250. And you know, another thing to sweeten this idea up even more. If it don't work, if we don't hit 270, we'll never get into trade, and then we'll just sweep it up under the rug. But our daily is the same range as our weekly. So that makes it even sweeter. That means this thing can hit and run on Monday. Just an idea. It can hit and run on Monday. Because the high is 276. I want it at 270. Don't mind them 3 pennies. If the bulls really want it, them 3 pennies ain't gonna matter. I want it at 270 by 250. If we open up at 250, I'm getting in at 270. If we open up here over 270, I'm gonna wait until it trigger. I'm gonna fall back down to this 250 area first, and then I'm gonna put my order in and ride it and catch it on the way back up. That's how I approach these trades. So be mindful. Be mindful of that. But yeah, definitely like it over 270. That's the idea for this one. You guys let me know what you think down in the comments below. If you agree, disagree. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave a comment, all that good stuff. Let me drill down to the 4 hour real quick. I already know this video too long. I'm already 40 minutes in. It's gonna be a long video. Looking at the 4 hour, you can already see we're over all 3 time frames, by the way. If you missed it, we're over all 3 time frames, by the way. So, you know, daily looks good. We're over the 20, the 50, and the 200. Weekly looks good. We're over the 20 and the 50. Monthly looks good. We're over the 20 period. We don't have any other time frames near us right now. But we still got room to move. You know, we've been downtrending for a while. We've been consolidating. Now, if you look at this monthly from this point of view, you can see it definitely looks like it want to make a move up. We got a huge volume spike here. You get volume spikes like this, it definitely a sign for a trend change. You get some ending volume and then some igniting volume. This volume here kind of lets everybody know, hey, we're done going down. We're free to go up for a while. So, you know, be mindful of this. I'm pretty sure the yearly is green as well on this one. Yearly is green. So as you see, last year we put in a huge volume spike here last year. So that would be considered ending volume here on red. When you going down and you get a huge volume spike, that means it's probably over. So 2020 is definitely the year. As you can see, the volume speaks for itself. No matter what happened in this month, something was changing this month. And as you see, we're going. We got volume on green now. Over the high is 333. I think we can definitely get over that before the end of the year. When you got ending volume like this, we should definitely be able to get to 330. We already done hit 3. So yeah, that shouldn't be an issue. Definitely want to get above last month's high. That's gonna kind of solidify the uptrend. See, we didn't break 2019's high. So, we still was going sideways. But getting over that 330 area, that's gonna give us a yearly uptrend signal. So, you might get a little bit more sentiment that way. But I don't want to dig too deep into that. But yeah, definitely, like I said, you guys like this idea, let me know. 4 hour looks good. We're over all time frames. Had a little buying here. Also, the volume here. This volume could be some ending volume. It could be. Just putting that out there. It's possible. But this also fell right into support. So just be mindful of that. Still bullish based on this. We didn't put in a new low. So, over 270 is right over that red bar. So we get like a little mini gap Monday, definitely be looking to get in. Bulls definitely trying to finish the month out strong. And that's basically what we're looking for, just a strong month finish. When we did put in this wide range green month in December, we didn't quite get that green month finish, because we had a lot of volume here. So it kind of rested out. Then, like I said, had a resting month, then proceeded to move higher. So we're going to see if we can get one more push up, maybe just to hold that $3 area. Small expectation. We'll be out by 290, but I hope you guys get the rest of them gains. Like I said, if you guys like this idea, leave a comment in the description. Like button, hit that subscribe button. Moving on. Next idea, CRBP, Corbis Farms Holding Inc. Monthly is green, starting out monthly is green. Huge volume here. This could be ending volume. Bulls have been kind of going up for a while. Didn't hit exactly on that 20 period resistance for the month, but like I said, we got close. We went up to $4. It probably was close enough and got kind of rejected. So like I said, we've been bullish. Been bullish since November. Had a nice bull run, higher highs on the month, higher highs on the month, higher highs on the month. Got a nice volume spike here. Got a little rejection here. We drill down to the weekly. Nice little rejection here. Then, this little red resting week here. So over 320 is interesting. Like I say, we can get back over 320. Maybe, fill the month out just a little bit more. That would be the idea. 320 by, I would do 320 by 3. I would give it a 20-cent stop on this one. 20 cents. So if you're just risking $100 on this, you just need 500 shares. 20 cents. Volume rest. Could be bulls are tired. It may fall. But I would love to see a nice full wide range green month candle to end the month, and then we rest next month. So that's the idea. Close out green and then rest next month. So that's the idea for this one. On the daily, we don't like I say, since this week was so narrow range, the trigger isn't that far away. Like I say, the week, kind of narrow range here for the week. We're kind of riding this. You see a little resistance here. So we do have a little overhead. I forgot to mention. On the weekly, we do got the 50 period on the weekly. So over that 50 period will mean that we got support from lower time frames for that uptrend. We're over the 20. That 50 period is real major. That 50 period is major. That's gonna be your primary trend. Your primary kind of like level 2. Level 2 resistance, level 2 support. That green will give you basically, level one, okay, we're in an uptrend, and then long term, you start getting over these higher ones to let you know how strong the stock is. So we do got a little resistance here. But I think, like I say, my idea is to just to kind of finish this month strong. We're not looking for a huge move out of this. Maybe 20 to 40 cent. Maybe 1 to 1, 2 to 1 on this thing. That'll put me max at 360. So, 360. I'd be good for this one. 340 will give me 1 to 1. 360 will give me 2 to 1. We can squeeze up to 380, 3 to 1, or 4. That'll be 4 to 1. Every 20 cent, you get your R out of it. So just be mindful on that. Like I say, if it don't trigger, we don't get in it, and then it may pull back, it may rest. But that's the idea. Over 320. Let me drill down real quick to the 4 hour. 4 hour it has been it seems like it's kind of been consolidating. We haven't really got space from these moving averages. It's kind of been riding the moving averages. Like I say, over this area, you can see we could have a huge breakout potential here. Huge breakout potential. Got the 20 and the 50. Could have some huge breakout potential here over 320. Like I say, we can start making moves up again. Just to finish the week out strong. That's all we're looking for. Like I say, last time we had this pinch here, we was able to break out. So we're gonna see how we do. That's how we do Monday. You got a nice little, little red, little buy set up here. And it seemed like it just rested off Friday. Volume was real low. We kind of finished narrow range. So getting over this area is not hard, because buyers and sellers are right here at this point where they're trying to figure out what they're gonna do with the stock. We definitely gonna know something tomorrow, whether we gonna fade or whether we gonna run up a little bit higher just to close out the month. I definitely think it's possible. You guys let me know what you think in the comments below. Comment if you like my idea. If you don't like it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's keep it moving. Next idea, GHSI. Starting with the monthly, we are on our 4th month up. 4 months up. 4 months green. Kind of keep that in mind. If you drill down to the weekly, you can see it's been a lot of struggle. A lot of top and tails, a lot of bottom and tails. Been kind of a struggle, but it's been grinding on up. We have cleared the dollar area. We have closed over the dollar area twice. So that's bullish. Bulls are still in control of this thing. We're just trying to see if we can get one more push out to close the month. We got us a nice red resting week here. Last week was a nice resting week after we had a nice volume push over 1. Then we had some good support standing here at 1. If you look at Friday, you can see bulls stepped in at 1 exactly. See, the low was 101, so it didn't even touch $1. So that's that's kind of what you want to see. And then we got a little buy set up here. We got red, and then green. This will constitute as a little buy set up here. But we want the bulls to step up a little bit more than 113. We really want them to get up to 120. We want us to give them we want us to give us a weekly high, not just a daily high, because over 113 will be a daily high. We want to get a weekly high out of this. So we want to get over 120. You can put your stop in the 110 area to give you a 10-cent stop. So, if you're risking just $100 on this thing, you just need 1,000 shares of it. And every 10 cents you'll get $100 out of it, and every 10 cent down you'll lose. Every 10 cent up you'll get $100. With 1,000 shares, you get $100 every 10 cent, or every 10 cent down you will lose $100. But we have our stop here, so whatever you're risking, we would get out and just lose that amount. And like I say, if you want to ride it on up, you can to whatever target you're looking. But yeah. Look good on all time frames. We're over the 20 period on the monthly, so monthly strong. Weekly, we're over 20 and the 50, so the weekly is strong. And on the daily, we are over all 3 time frames as well, so the daily is strong as well. Over that 120 area is what we want. If you want to be more aggressive, you can get in over this 120 area. A little too risky for me because we could gap under 120, tag in that, and fail, because this is a sell setup. So if buyers did decide they want to rest, it is possible. And put in another red week to rest on the end of the month and then proceed to run up higher. Possible. You got to understand. That's why we don't get in until we hit 120. We trigger 120, we'll be looking to get an entry in on this position. That's what we want to see. We want it to do what we want it to do. So, that's what we're looking for. If you guys enjoy this idea, leave a comment down below. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. We'll drill down to the 4 hour real quick. 4 hour looks good. Like I said, nice uptrend here. Came back, rested, nice downtrend, resting downtrend. Still holding the 50 period. 50 period still good, right? Had a nice bounce. Had some pre-market buying. Makes it look good for a pop. So hey, I think 120 is prime. 120 is a nice prime area to get for last week's high. Like I say, maybe we can fill the money out. Maybe we can get back up to 140. We'll be, like I say, 2 to 1, 140. If we're shooting for 2 to 1, we got a 10-cent risk, right? So 10 cent be 130, and then 140 for 2 to 1. 130 for 1 to 1, 140 for 2 to 1, and then so far and so forth. However many R you want to get out of this idea. We're just looking for 1 to 1, maybe 2 to 1, depending on how it looks. If we get us a nice gap after we trigger, we'll likely take profits. If we have a green day and a gap, we'll likely take profits and then probably intraday trade it. We don't want to lose those profits. But that's it for that idea. Like I say, the 4 hours looks good. Looks like it's ready to run. Had a nice bull push at the end of the day. Looks good. You guys let me know what you think below. I'm gonna move on to the next idea. Next idea is KXIN. Let's see. Start with the monthly. We are over the 20 period, so bulls are in control of this monthly at the moment. Sentiment is bullish. It seems like it's been kind of consolidating on this $4 area. I guess the $5 area is a target area. As you see, we kind of broke it, whatever this PR was. Overall, you got to look at the bigger picture, which definitely holding over a certain amount. You go from $1 up to 12, you got to find some support. So came on back down to 4, came back down under 4 in October. November had a follow-up month to push it up a little bit higher. Got rejected by something up here. $5 area is here, so maybe $5 area was the rejection area. I'm not exactly sure what that area was. Could have been the $5 area. That's a big area for penny stocks. So definitely keep that in mind. Drilling down to the weekly, we got a nice little red resting bar inside of a green month. That's what we want to see. We're inside of a green month. Buyers have pushed this thing up. We had a nice volume spike here. It seemed like it's really been trying to get over that $5 area. Based on the daily, that $5 area definitely was a area. We gapped under it. We opened under 5, made a push into resistance, then got rejected. We had a resting week last week. We didn't hit 5. We did make a small push up and then kind of fell back down to support. We are riding the 20 and the 50 moving averages. They kind of meeting at $4, so I'm not sure if $4 is the real support area or not. We're gonna find out Monday what the stock is gonna do. But over 470 is the idea. 470 by roughly 420. Like I say, it's a 50-cent stop. So if we run all the way up to 470, come all the way back down to 420, we're gonna want to get out of this thing. So that's the idea. It's a 50-cent risk on this. So you guys be careful. The high last month was 496, so closing over 5 would definitely be bullish on the month. Or this thing could continue to go sideways for a little bit more. We're gonna see as the month go, but like I say, over 470, we got our trigger. We'll be looking to get in, find an entry to see if we can make some moves and help push this thing up higher. The one little philosophy I had about investing versus trading, investors, you get in and you just hold. But, as traders, we're helping pump the stock, so, I don't mind day trading. I respect you long-term holders, but, I don't mind day trading because, when you got them walls at 5 and, you got a pattern that's forming at 5, it's a lot of intraday traders and stuff like that that's really jumping in this thing to really break that $5 wall. We don't use market orders to sell. So, we're not going to be the ones tanking the stock. We have limit orders. So if I want to get in 5, I'm pretty sure somebody wanting to sell at 5. So we can't break that wall. then, you know, that's the buyer's fault. I mean, the buyers aren't stepping up. You know, it's not really a seller's fault. The sellers are waiting. They're up there at 5. If you want this thing to go higher, we need our profits. So hey, that's where we are. We're at 5. Don't get it. You know, we waiting on the buyers. So hey, you know, that's how I look at it. So, you know, we kind of need each other. Investors need traders and so forth and so on. We all work together. We're all trying to make money, basically. You know, hey, I'm all for it. But yeah, over 470 is the idea. We drill down to the daily. We do have a nice little setup here. We do have a nice red resting bar here at minor support on the daily. That idea would be the high of 444 with the close of roughly 418. I would just really make it 450, honestly. Or you could do 445. 445 by 420. That'll give you a 25-cent stop. Intraday wouldn't be bad. First target would be 470 because that's a pivot area. So I would definitely, we could run up to 470, probably break it by a penny and then fall. So if you're gonna take an intraday trade, I would be, you know, more aggressive on selling once we get up to that area because it is a pivot high. You're gonna get some minor resistance there. So yeah, if you definitely want to take it over at 450, you can get you a quick 20 cent out of it. Sell up here at 470, and then add back at 470 on the bounce. So, you know, it's different ways you can approach it. You know, like I said, I be in and out of trades multiple times throughout the day. I just kind of give you guys kind of an outline of what I'm thinking and how I'm thinking. So I know how much to take at what price points and how fast to sell at certain price points, when to get back in and stuff like that. If you guys have any questions about this idea, leave it down in the comments. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Before I'm gonna move on, I'm gonna move down to the 4-hour real quick. 4-hour looks good. We got multiple time frames lining up here. Multiple time frame. Look at, I'm not the time frame, the moving averages. We got the 200, we got the 20, and we got the 50. All nestled together right here. So we're gonna know if we're gonna move up higher come Monday. Like I say, all the time frames look good. We're sitting right on 20 period moving average. We've been consolidating since December. We've been holding this $4 area since December. We've been breaking. We've been trying to get up there, but now we've consolidated. So, you know, once we get our uptrend, we get some consolidation, we'll start trying to move up higher. We're gonna see. We're gonna see Monday. Like I said, if you guys like this idea, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. On to the next idea. NBRV, Nabriva Therapeutics. Nice volume in this area here. Buyers definitely stepped up. This is definitely not coming back down anytime soon. Like I said, we put in a low of 230. That was the ultimate low. And like I said, with that ending volume, you got red, low volume, and then you got this volume spike extended down. Buyers definitely stepped in, definitely took over. No huge moves up yet, but we just looking to kind of get a nice scalp out of this idea. You know, just trying to get a little bit more elevation. We do have a pivot high of 322 on the month, which we've already broken it. So we're just looking to kind of get full on this particular idea for the, you know, just the end of the month. We do have a little overhead. Drilling down to the weekly, we do have a little overhead here at 370 on the weekly. That'll pretty much give us uptrend status, getting over this 370 area. Looking at the daily, we've been resting. Bulls haven't stepped up at all. You can tell it's just been resting. Nice push up. On the daily, we have crossed over the 20 and the 50. So the next step will be to cross over this 20 period on the weekly. So over 350, I think it's possible. So that's definitely a pivot high. You got a lot of volume up here in this 350 area based on this week here. Week before last, you had a lot of volume up here in this 350 area. So definitely a test. Definitely tested this area, got rejected, put in some rest, found some support in this $3 area. We're looking for it to make a move up higher. The idea is 330 by 3. It's a 30-cent idea. You can do, if you want to be even, you want to do about a quarter, you do 330 by 305. That'll give you a 25-cent risk on it. If you want to be a little bit more aggressive on your stop. With this thing resting how it's been resting, if the bulls decide to step in, I think it could be, I think it could be pretty major. getting back up to this 350 area. Just kind of keep that in mind. We'll need at least 355 for 1-to-1, and then roughly 380 for 2-to-1. So we'll need to break that 20 period to get us 2-to-1. So we're gonna see what it does next week. A lot of resting going on, a lot of consolidating, a lot of slow grinding up over this over these moving averages. I think a move higher is definitely over 350. So if you want to get in for the weekly swing trade at 330 and you want to add a little bit at 350, that's an idea as well. We are breaking a high, so like I say, could have some breakout potential here for this being a red bar. You guys just kind of be mindful of that. That is the idea for this one. Let me drill down to the 4-hour. We're already at an hour, so I'm gonna try to keep this thing pretty quick. We have fallen below the 20 and the 50 period on the 4-hour. So, you know, with it looking like that, you know, the expectation is for a downtrend, for maybe a pullback or maybe a resting week. We are in a downtrend on the weekly. We definitely, I'm pretty sure we're on one on the monthly. So, you know, this definitely is a downtrend stock. Yeah, definitely got some room, you know, definitely has fallen way below where it need to be. So, you know, hopefully we get some consolidation. You know, we don't want nothing major. We're not looking for it to go to the moon, whatever your moon is. Our particular moon is roughly this 385 area, 380 area. That's our moon. That'll give us our 2-to-1 or our 1-to-1 a little bit sooner. So, you know, that's our moon. That's what we're looking for. We're just looking for little movements based on what it's doing right now. The weekly idea. We're not looking at the monthly chart. Because you could definitely put a order up here at 325. 325 by roughly what, 240. Or you can do the low, the absolute low. You can do 325 by 225. You can do pretty much a dollar risk on this as a core trade. Put you a stop limit order at 325 for it to trigger. Since it already triggered once, you know bulls are, you know, interested, but we don't know the follow through yet. So you can put your order at 325. This is a core entry now. This is different from the swing trade. So if you guys are wanting to get a long-term position, you can get in at 325, put your stop loss at 225. So your stop will be at the absolute low that this stock has ever been. So if it comes all the way back down to the absolute low, then, you know, you might well just get a cheaper entry. So you'll lose your R, but, you know, over 325, then, you know, that's a core entry. You can ride this thing back up if that's what it's trying to do. You know, just some ideas. These are all ideas. I don't know what's going to happen. These are just ideas. If this thing get over 330 as a swing trade, I'm interested, especially after dropping below the 20 and the 50 on the 4-hour. So short-term support, short-term interest is definitely fading. So we're going to see if we get any type of momentum going into next week. But that's it for this idea, you guys. If you guys like this idea, leave a comment down below, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm going to keep it moving. Next idea. NEX. Take me a sip of water. Oh, sorry about that. Got to hydrate. There's a lot of talking. I used to doing all this talking. I'm used to posting on stock tweets. I ain't used to talking out loud. I just post it. Anyway, NEX, next tier oil field. Okay. So interesting here. We broke over a pivot, which is like we broke out of this $3 area on the monthly. The monthly is green. This month is green. It look like we're kind of battling this 20 period, right? And then we got a high we want to take out as well. This 427 area. That's the area we definitely want to beat as a core trade. If you're in this thing long term, you definitely want to see it get over this 430 area. Oh, excuse me. If you drill down to the weekly, like I say, as a monthly idea, this is kind of a battle right here. You got a lot going on here, a lot of struggling right now. So we're just looking to get over. Ultimately, as a core trade, you're looking to get over 430 because you want to put in a higher high compared to January. Drilling down to the weekly as a swing trade, we're looking to get over 110. That was last week's high. The volume was pretty decent. We actually been putting in low volume We had a nice volume spike here, and then like I say, that seemed like the end, right, for the downtrend. Like we pulled back, had a volume spike, bull stepped up, then we, like I said, we started going back up. What I like about it, the volume has decreased a little bit more volume here, but like I say, it's still relatively low compared to volume that has actually changed the actual trend. We got trend change in volume here. Obviously this is a pivot area. This $4 area is definitely a pivot area. So over this red resting bar, over 410, you can do 410 by 390. That'll give you a 20-cent stop, 20-cent risk on it. So you can do that. Or you could be a little bit more aggressive, which I wouldn't do. You can do 15 cent if you want to, but I'm gonna stick with the 10 cent, the 20 cent, just to give it a little bit more. So 430 would be, first target. It'll be 1-to-1. Then you got 450 would be 2-to-1. So 450 would be ultimately the main target, depending on how we get there, what type of struggles it seems like it's going through to get there. But like I say, definitely been bouncing in this area for a while. We got, like I say, 20 period monthly resistance here. So definitely battling to get over. We have been putting in higher lows. So bulls are still in control. Volume for the month is still low. So, I think we still got some room to climb. Low volume, we still moving up with low volume. That's good. That's what you want to see. If this thing, if we was up to maybe 60, so some huge volume, then we would be looking to hold over this area, or it'll probably already been rejected because this is a sell setup. So volume is still low. That means we haven't had any real resistance yet. Volume is actually lower than most months actually. So holding over 4 is interesting. Getting over 430 is good for a core entry. But 410 is the area we're looking for on the Swing Trade newsletter. $4 area is definitely a big area. Drilling down to the daily, we are over all 3 time frames, all 20, 50, and 200 on the daily. So the daily's good. We have a little weekly support here. We're over the 50 and the 20 on the week, and we're battling that 20 period on the monthly. So that kind of can give you an idea of what's going on. But yeah, that's the idea. Like I say, 410 by 390, 20-cent risk on it. We get alerted at 410 once we break it. The actual high was 407, so you want to be a little bit more aggressive. You can do 408, 409, or whatever. You can always trim your stop in, your stop and your limit in, stop limit, all that good stuff. You guys, if you guys are not experienced with trading, leave a comment down below, and I can kind of walk you through it. Yeah, that's it. Drilling down, I'm gonna drill down to the 4 hour. See how we kind of starting out. 4 hours kind of been choppy. It normally share. We got a million shares. Hold on, million shares on Friday. So it looks kind of choppy actually. I don't know why the chart look like that, but we are overall. We did close over all 3 time frames on the 4 hours, so that's good. We still can make higher highs. It's still possible. Got a nice little volume spike here. That looks good. Still climbing. So over 4. Would be a nice little breakout area. That'll be over this wide range red bar here. That started the week. So started the week here. No, I didn't start here. Started here. So we had this red doji. We kind of gapped up, kind of faded, bounced support down here, and now we seem like we're trying to make a move back up. So we're gonna see. Like I said, we've crossed over. All time frames are kind of lining up. So we're gonna see if we can make that move higher. This looks good on my end. Why it's on the list. Would love to took that idea right there. Looks good. Like I said, after it broke, after them red bars be real potent. So you just kind of got to be careful. You're not always guaranteed huge long-term potential, but you are. It is more likely to get a nice pop into some good profits after them red bars. As you see, after this red bar down here, had to make a nice move up. This one never triggered over that red bar. This one kind of did. So it would have been, it would have closed out the week good, but then it would have kind of faded. So just kind of got to be careful in some cases. Like this red bar here triggered, kind of pulled back and faded. But I normally like to get on after these red bars. They got to look good on all time frames though. They got to look good. Like I said, the month got to be green. So we wouldn't have got in. It would have had to be within any of these months here. So like I said, that would have been a nice idea because that would have been at the end of a green month, red resting week. We probably would have took that. That's at the end of February. That's what I'm gonna be looking for. So, you know, if you guys stay tuned for the core trade at the end of March, that'll probably be my ideas. It'll be kind of monthly buy setups, basically monthly ideas that have a red resting week and then continue to run after that red resting week. So, you know, that's kind of how I think. But that's it for NEX. If you guys like this idea, leave a comment down below. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications. Next idea, SIOX, Gene Therapies Inc. company. Monthly is green. We do have a little overhead here in this $4 area. As you can see, was kind of rejected in this area a couple of times. We don't know if we're gonna make another push up to that area. Drilling down, we are over the 20 and the 50 period. So sentiment has kind of rolled in our favor. We are at a pivot. You know, you can see we put in this pivot up here at this $3 area, pull back, and proceed to break over that pivot. Seems like we kind of retested that pivot, resting week, retesting this $3 area. Like I say, we got short-term support. We got the 20 and the 50 period support here. Looks good to me. Drilling down to the daily, we have a nice consolidation on the 200 period, right? Which is basically the 50 period on the weekly. So, you know, all these moving averages line up in some way. So we're looking for a move up higher over 345 with our stop probably in the 315 area. That'll give us roughly a 30-cent stop. I normally don't like 30-cent stop just because it's kind of like an odd number. I don't know. I just don't like 30-cent ideas. So, you know, but we're gonna see what it does. I don't mind taking it. If you need, if you're risking $100, you just need like 350 something shares, something like that. I know I just always round up 350. It's like an odd number. I just round up 350. Just because it's weird. But you know, 345 by 315. Like I say, 30-cent risk. So every 30 cents you'll get your R out of this one. Drilling down, like I said, the daily looks good on all time frames. We've been resting, like I said, consolidating. So if the bulls did decide to step back in, excuse me, maybe challenge, maybe put in another challenge. We are over last month high as well. Over 325 would have been a great entry. So if you guys are in this long term, I would, you know, put an order at 325 to get right back in it. That'll be a nice entry to get back in if you're looking to core trade this thing. We're still under the 20, so we don't know if we're gonna go lower. We're gonna actually break through this 20 period. Let me see. Let me adjust my time on this one to see how long we've been down. We've been under that 20 period for a long time. Been under that 20 period for a long time. Since 2018, we've been riding up under that 20 period. As you guys can see, the 20 period lets us know that the uptrend definitely hasn't been there. From whatever it did here to whatever this was going on these couple of years to what it's doing now. You know, we're gonna see. But it seems like it, like I said, we got some volume here. Compared to 2007, we have put in the most volume in this area. That lets us know that a possible trend change is possible. We had a wide range resting bar, a wide range red bar here, getting rejected. Big volume here. Buyer stepped in, right? Big buy, nice buy set up here in the $2 area. Ran up to this $4 area, got rejected. This looked like kind of rejection volume here. Still closed the month green. Still put in a higher low. Then we had kind of a resting month here, low volume, resting month. And the volume is kind of picking up a little bit more here. So we're gonna see if we can get one more push. Maybe we can get back up to the $4 area. You know, we're not looking for much, you know, $4 area would be good. Nice swing trade. We'll probably get 1-to-1, 2-to-1 out of it, maybe. You know, expectations aren't high unless we get some PR. You know, that's kind of my idea here. Over 345 and we're interested. 30 cent risk on this one. If you guys like this idea, let me know down in the comments below. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Moving on to the next idea. Next idea, SNDL, the fan favorite. Starting with the monthly. We are green. We already put in some great volume already for the month. You guys already know what's going on here. Possible trend change. Volume is definitely ascending here. I'm not sure if we're gonna continue to run or if we're gonna consolidate. You know, you kind of got to weigh both options. You got to kind of be prepared to what's ahead of you if you're in this thing Long term, if you're holding this thing long term, you just kind of got to be careful. But the monthly is green. There are still some opportunities in my mind here. You just never know. We're gonna see what happens. Drilling down to the weekly, we did bounce off the 130 area. So that was basically the support area. You guys know I've been rocking with you guys for a minute now. I've been rocking with you since we was in 70-cent area. You know, we hit this 130 area, got rejected, gapped up over one, hit that 130 area again, got rejected 2 weeks in a row. Third week, we was able to break out of that 130 area. Really break out with the help of Reddit and whatever news that they put into this, whatever they want to call it. We broke out of this area. Nice sell set up on the 4-hour. Nice sell set up on the 4-hour. 1 second. There we go. All the way at the top. Nice 4-hour sell set up here. Pullback. Nice, parabolic pullback, correction. Then we proceed to pull back. Now, the only concern that I had on Friday was this red doji we put in. That's the only concern there. I mean, we got some huge volume. You see the volume was there. Because that was support, right? If it was going to fall, which it did, it fell. Everybody was going crazy. We got to retest support, which that's what we went right back to that line. Look at the daily. The daily probably it's not gonna show you. Well, yeah, it'll give you a little bit. I thought because it was stretched, it might have not have showed correctly, but still do got a good little picture. You can see it kind of riding that 130. Then we had that breakout. Then we had that retest. We got the 130. Right, we got the 130 wall that we couldn't break. So resistance turns into support, right? And then we got the 20 period right there meeting up at that period. So you can kind of look at this two ways. You can kind of look at it like we was either going to get back to this support area this week, or we could have drug it down for the next month or so, dragging it down and just downtrending, bleeding all the way back down to 130. So, I'm kind of happy that it kind of did drastically run down before the end of the week, because that is a good sign that we could possibly have a trend reversal. It's possible. We had a nice little volume spike, like I say, right at support. Nice green bar. We closed the day green. We closed over 150, so that's good. Hopefully we get a nice gap up in the morning. I do have a position on this. Like I said, I bought. I was buying into it, selling. I've been trading it. But this little red bar just kind of threw me off. 4-hour red bar. This 4-hour doji threw me off. So you get this 4-hour doji at the top, then the sellers are coming, right? Because that's just how it goes. But then you get this 4-hour doji at the bottom. That could be a buy setup. Could be a nice buy setup on the 4-hour. Obviously, it's one on the daily. But me looking at the 4-hour, I kind of want the 4-hour to look just as clear as that sell setup look, right? Kind of want it all to look good. Like you want that 4-hour to close green. You want, you kind of want that bullish pressure continuing to hold it. But we had a nice battle on our hands, because if you look at the 30-minute, you can see that's basically what was holding us basically the whole day. We ran it right up into that 30 minutes resistance here on the 50. We bounced in the 130 area, beautiful bounce, right? We faded. I think I grabbed some shares at like 140, sold up into this. Then, like I say, added right back down here. They traded all the way up, in and out. We closed. We was over green, so I added at 150. I thought that was a good area to add the whole. So that was my area, 150. And as you see, we kind of held that 150 area, for the rest of the day. We consolidated for the rest of the day. So on the 30-minute, we got room back up to $2. Not saying that that's what's gonna happen. We're hoping for maybe a fuller monthly bar just to close the month out. We're just hoping to, fill the month out a little bit more, maybe get back up to 2. What's the expectation here? What's the expectation? What are you guys' expectation? Leave it down in the comments below. Let me know what you expect out of this stock next week. Minimum I expect is $2. That's a minimum, at least. We don't hit 2, hey, we just don't hit 2. Drill down to the 4-hour, we got resistance up here in this $2 area. So getting up there is gonna be a struggle. But hey, you never know never know what PR gonna hit. You never know what little train's gonna come in to the station. Hey, so $2 is a nice short-term goal. We did put in a wide range red resting week. The volume is pretty low actually compared to this. You know, volume is pretty low compared to the previous week. I'm gonna say a normal week. So normal weeks before we actually went parabolic, right? We did put in at least 5 billion, and we're down here to 2.5. So this is nice resting volume here. I wouldn't be surprised if we put in one more resting week, kind of how we did here. We, even though we got other factors here, I wouldn't be surprised if we put in another red narrow range resting week, and then buyers take control. It's doable. That's my expectation. If we don't run up to 2, we'll probably put in a narrow range resting week over that 130 area, if not at that 130 area. So it can go both ways. I definitely think that we're done going down. Look at the volume. We had 750 million here on this one candle at support. So that got to mean something. That definitely means something to me. And buyers, like I said, we closed green. We are under minor resistance here, so it's definitely going to be a little grind to get that back up. We can either consolidate, we can get some big volume to get back over this area. But $2 at max is maybe the uptrend move, maybe $2, maybe it pull back. But I really expect this thing to give us a red resting week, kind of like how we have here, kind of a red resting week. That's my expectation. But we are, like I say, other factors here, it may not be like this. It may not gap down. Maybe we still hold our 150, put it and kind of bounce between that 150 and $2 area. So I want to see this, but kind of over that, over that $150, $2 area, kind of give us a narrow range resting week, just to give it time to cool off a little bit. Just to let everybody know the selling is done, the sell off is done, right? We just resting. Maybe make another move up higher next month. Like I said, we're just looking to close the month out. So we could close the month out strong, which I don't think we're going to close the month out this strong, right? Going to be a little bit more realistic. So maybe, like I say, between 150 and 2, if we can close the month out between that area, I think that'll be good going into March. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. That's my idea on SNDL. It's really, like I say, no swing trade, no real swing trade entry. Like I said, we was already holding it on 150. We'll be taking profits next week anyway. But like I say, based on the daily, we do have a buy set up on the daily. So the buy setup will be 175, roughly 175 by 1. You can do 175 by 125 if you want to. That'll give you a 50-cent stop. So if you're looking to get an SNDL, you could do an intraday, like I say. Idea 175 by 125, 50-cent risk. So let me know what you guys think. But yeah, that is it for SNDL. Next idea, SPPI, Spectrum Pharmaceuticals. Now this one here, this is kind of a sniper here. But this definitely an interesting idea. When I saw it, the R&R is sweet on it, so I kind of want to see what it was gonna do. The monthly is green. We do have a little overhead here on the monthly. We got the 20 period coming down in on us. So we're gonna see if we can fill out this red, this green bar a little bit more. Like I said, we already had a narrow range. Well, we're not really a narrow range, but we lost a lot of gains in January. Usually the months, just based on the past year, our months have definitely been more fuller than these topping tails here. That's the only worry here. So, maybe fill out maybe a little bit more, close up in the $4 area. I wouldn't mind closing up in the 450 area. But the moving averages are just not on our side on this particular idea. Excuse me. So, drilling down to the weekly, I really just like this red bar here. We are in a green month, right? We are bouncing off this 50 period. So we got the high is 373. So we want 375 by 365. A 10-cent stop on this idea. 10-cent stop. So, you know, you get one R at 385, you get another R at 395. We can definitely get 2 to 1 out of this thing before we hit any main resistance, in my opinion. If you guys are in this as a core trade, I just don't see it as a core trade right now. But I do see a little intraday idea bouncing off of the 20 period. So, you know, it's definitely a area that the bulls and bears are kind of trapped in right now. So over 4 would be a nice breakout area. So we could definitely get in, get our 2 to 1, and then see how it handles over 4 and look for another re-entry. That would pretty much clear all resistance. Well, on the weekly and on the daily, because we got daily resistance all over us, you know. So this is definitely kind of a breakout area if there was an area to break out of. And with us bouncing on this 50 period, you would think that we got a little support here. So this could be kind of a flag. We don't know. But we do, like I said, we did pull back hard, bounce off that 50, make a run up to the 20. We could get a trend change. We're gonna see how, like I say, we're looking to close the month out strong. So at least 4, maybe get a full month, you know, kind of like how we had here in the past. You know, whenever we had a green month, kind of closed full. We had a little indecision here, a little doji here, but that was after a nice full month. So with us kind of having this, losing a lot of profits last month, hopefully we can fill this bar out a little bit more. You know, just kind of let us know that the buyers are still in control, you know, just a little bit, kind of, you know, let us know what's going on. Based on this, the year is green, so it could be some big things going on this year, with the year being green, because the year opened up here in this area. So you're definitely going to see. Matter of fact, let me just make sure. Yeah. So yeah, you know, yeah, based on this, you know, you got a nice green bar, you got red, then you got volume here. After 3 months, after 3 years down, you got volume here. So this would be the area to definitely buy it at, right? Let me see. As a core trade, if you guys are in this down here, then your first target would be 525. That would be last year's high. And you see, we almost actually hit it up here. So yeah, almost got it. Was that? Oh, never mind. That was last year. Okay, so that don't count. So this don't count. This is what gave us that idea. So over 525 would be your target for this year. As a core, if you're in this thing as a core trade, 525 should be your first target. That was the high of last year, especially with this bar coming in, with this green bar coming in, with the volume spike after 3 years down, and then we get this red doji. As a core trade, 525 by you can do. You know what? I would do 525 by 350. That'll give you 75 cent, a 75 cent risk. You can be more aggressive if you want to. You can do 525 by got the lower this year is 335. That'll give you $1. Roughly $1. 525 by 325. I mean, you can do $1 risk on this. It's doable. But you know, you guys do your own due diligence, your own research. But you know, over that area of last year, over 525 is definitely interesting. For a breakout, you talking about a huge breakout potential? Huge breakout potential. You got this moving average right here on the weekly. Huge breakout potential here. So I'm gonna put an alert at 525. That's just how much I like it. Over that, yeah, that's definitely interesting. I'm not a core trader, so I can't hold this thing for that long, but I definitely would like to get in whenever this little excitement happens. I want to be a part of it. So I'm definitely gonna put an alert there. Well, for a yearly idea. Core trade type talk. That's if you're in this thing long term, that's a core trade idea. But just, you know, as a swing trade, 375 by 365, 10 cent risk on this. Just to really get to 4, get to that $4 area, get us some profits, maybe 1 to 1, 2 to 1 out of it, and we're out of this. A lot of overhead, so expect some resistance. But with enough volume, we can break out of that resistance. We're looking for really a breakout. If you guys like this idea, like these ideas, let me know down in the comments below. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. That is it for SPPI. Next idea, VIRI. Been kind of keeping my eye on this one. Had a lot of people hit me up about this stock. So I just been kind of keeping an eye on it just to see what it's been doing, see what it's, see what it got going on. Let's see. Monthly is green. Started out, in the red. If you guys looking to invest, I always take that monthly as a badge of honor. You got to respect that monthly. Also the yearly. Yearly. Start out with the yearly. I'm pretty sure a lot of people in this thing looking to core trade it. Last year, obviously, buyers didn't step in. We had a little pump here, but that don't count. Not when the IPO, but that don't count. That's gonna give you some data, yeah. But I wouldn't took that. You got to see what it's doing first. And then if you look at the daily, that next day it gapped down and faded. So definitely be careful. I would have day traded it, but I wouldn't have held this thing. Not on a brand new IPO. There's no data to give you an idea of where support is, where resistance is, where buyers are actually going to be at. No matter what the value of the company is, no matter what the company is doing, people are only going to pay so much for it. So you got to just be mindful of that. But like I said, we are starting the year off green. We opened the year at 751. Right? We opened the year at 751. Sellers brought this thing down and buyers brought this thing back up. That's what you want to see. Give us a nice green doji bar that lets us know buyers did step up. Like I say, it went down first, came up, and that's how we got our doji resting on support. Buying bullish support is this basically is 751. Anything under 751, then the year's red, and guess what? We're not bullish anymore. So, you gotta just kind of think of that for just kind of put that in your mind a little bit. So, red month. The month is green, so the year's green. The month's green. Now we drill down to the weekly. We got this weekly week here. I wanted this week to kind of break this 830 area. It never did. But like I said, we did close the week in green, which that's when you see these green weeks, you want to see what happens after, because we are downtrending, right? We haven't put in a higher high yet, so you got to kind of just see what it's doing. So we put in the green week here. It kind of triggered, the buy. This is a buy setup, but not really, because it's downtrending. So you got to kind of wait to see what it does. It didn't put in a new high, but we did trigger that high. But like I said, it continued to fade down below that low. So here, kind of interesting. With the year being green, the month being green, closing out the month green is kind of what we're looking to do. Maybe fill out this green bar a little bit more. Is the expectation. So drilling down to the weekly, we got this green week here. We got just as much volume here. On the following week, we put in a higher high, came back. So it's kind of like, we opened here, fell down, buyer stepped in, pushed it up, kind of rested here. We closed here. We put in a higher high, came back down to 725 area. Bulls are accumulating under 750. That's how I'm seeing it right now. You got these bottoming tails here into the 750 area. Buyers are buying this thing up, right? Opened up here, dropped down to this 750 area. Buyers bidded it right back up by the end of the week. So this is just how I see it. So my idea is 780 by 7 cents. It's 20 cent stop, 20 cent risk on this thing. So 780 by 760. And then every 20 cents you get your R. I really want to consider this a core trade entry, because we don't this month we need to finish first, and then we would take the high of this month. So as a core trade, I personally wouldn't touch it until it got over 880. That's just me personally. I know you guys be wanting to find the bottom. Just never know when the bottom is gonna come. This thing, I done seen stocks go from 20 down to a penny. You just never know when the bottom is gonna come, So just be careful. That's all I'm saying. Be careful. Accumulate. You definitely can accumulate some shares, but to actually take a core trade or core trade idea, this me personally, I would have to get this thing over 880. That would be after the month closed, and if we closed green. Also, we got a high of 932, but we're not gonna worry about that one. Over this green month, buyers stepped in February. We want to see if buyers are going to continue to step in March. So in March, I would expect this thing to be over 880, or I would have to question my investment. You know, that's just me. That's just how I think. I'm not putting my thoughts on you guys. I'm just telling you guys how I think. But yeah, going forward, like I said, as a swing trade, 760 by 780 by 760, 20-cent stop. Our first target would be 790. Second target would be $8. So 2 to 1. Quick little move out of it. I'm sorry. 20-cent stop. I'm sorry. So $8 would be 1 to 1, and then 820 would be 2 to 1. So that's doable, right? So first target would be 8. Second target would be 820. Get your 2R. You get your 2 to 1 out of this. You risk 20 cent, you get 40 cent. That's what you pretty much shoot. Really no data here on the monthly as far as the 20, the 50, and the 200 period moving average. We do got a 20 period coming sliding in on us. And if you look at this here, you can kind of see, we got volume here pushing it back up. We got, volume to push it up. We had some selling to come in. I was talking to a guy on Twitter about it. Like, hey, we're going to see if this 750 area holds. It pretty much went back and held. The following day, bounced in 750 area and pretty much held. We had a nice bounce. Excuse me. Looked like it wanted to grind to get over that 20 period, kind of just consolidating a little bit. Maybe, trend change, possibly. We are consolidating. We're going to see how long the consolidation goes. We're going to see if we can start putting in some higher highs. That's what we're looking for next week. Maybe fill out the month a little bit more, with a little bit more green. It ain't got to be as full as this red month. It would be beautiful if we fill this thing up just as wide as this red month. But, expectations is not, high on this right now until we get some PR or something going. We got to find support first. So that's the first thing. We got to find support. Drilling down to the 4 hour, we do got we do got some interesting stuff going on here. Got some interesting stuff going on. Like I was telling the guys, transitioning. You can tell based on the breakout, we got a transition here. My call this idea over 710, 715 area, we had a nice breakout, like not soon after, because of how good it was consolidating that day. Broke out, took some profits that day. You could have got right back in for the retest. You got to break out, you got to retest. And then you've still been in the money all the way up until it decided to rest, pull back a little bit. But in my opinion, still bullish because we closed the week over 750. Buyers did step right back up here. Like I said, we kind of faded, kind of fell off Thursday, but like I say, we closed the week. Buyers definitely did step back up. We got a nice little entry here. I'm not sure. This is just 100 shares over. Somebody bought 100 shares of this thing, just to see, maybe somebody just want to take a gamble on it. But we're gonna see what type of volume we get come Monday to see if we're really gonna penetrate and get over this 780 area. As you see, 780 is not that far away. It's right over the high we put in on Friday. So as an intraday idea, this thing could trigger Monday. So, you guys be on the lookout for that. If you guys like this idea, let me know down in the comments below. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, turn on notifications. Last two ideas. Next idea is VTNR, Vertex Energy Incorporated Company. This one's a little extended. This one's a little extended, but I want to give you guys some content. Monthly is green, right? We're over the 20 and the 50. So going up is definitely not a problem at this point. Super nice entry after this red month here. Got a red month, got a green month, taking out that red month's high, and then you followed up by a narrow range resting month over 82 cent, 85 cent. You goated. These patterns happen on all time frames. These pattern happens on all time frames. You got a nice green bar here going up until challenging that area, resting, and then breaking through. That's what you want to see. Kind of like a cup and handle. You from here, you get this nice cup, and then you get the pull back, and then you get the rip. But I don't expect this thing to go up higher. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I really don't. But if it does, I want to know. We do have moving averages all below us right here on the weekly. On the monthly, we're good. We're a little extended, but whatever price point this thing is trying to hold is definitely doing it. We gapped over this 175 area. That's kind of a good median. Don't you guys? Let me know if you guys think that's a good median for us. Penetrated 175 and retested it in February and bounced off 175. That's a good median area for me. Just based on that. I'm not sure how true it is, but it just looked like a nice area. And even at the weekly, if you look at this 175 area, penetrated and fell back under, and then that following week we gapped over it, retested it, and then bounced. So 175 could be a good price point. Maybe some good things coming here. Not sure, but as a swing trade, we did put in some rest. We don't know if this is a sell setup or if this is a resting bar to go higher. So if this thing gets over 225, we definitely want to know about it. So that is my idea. Over 225, you can do a stop at, it's a little odd for this one, because with the close being 212, you can do 225 by 210. That'll give you roughly what, a 15-cent stop? Or you can do 205 to make it even. That'll give you a 20-cent stop. So 225 by 205, that'll give you, like I say, that'll give you a 20-cent stop. But like I said, if you want to be more aggressive, you can do 225 by 215. That'll be very aggressive. If this thing opens up in that area, that would be, like I said, that would be a nice trade. You have a 10-cent risk on that. So, you guys, let me know what you think about this one. Over 225, we're not getting in until it hit 225 or get over that area. But we are extended. Keep that in mind. So if this thing decides to sell off, we can't really be mad. Look at the run. Look at how much space we got between the moving averages. We definitely made a run. So if you guys are, holding this thing long term, then hey, you in it for the long run. But if you guys are trading this thing or swing trading it, you got to be kind of prepared to lose a little bit of profits on the pullback. But you need a good pullback to bounce a little higher. We definitely need this thing to stay over 2. I think under 2 is a little dangerous. For a possible reversal, but I'm not sure how strong or what the chatter is about this stock, but definitely looking at it over 225. So if you guys get over that, expect to see me a lot on the stock twits and on the Twitter. So yeah, definitely keep an eye on that. The daily looks good though, because we're right back at, we bounced off this $2 area, bounced off the $2 area and the moving average. So the 20-period moving average and the $2 area. I'm not sure if the $2 area was actual support. It seemed like support would kind of be down here in this 150 area. We got a pivot high over here. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not sure. Based on this would be the official bounce area. So if this thing decides to sell off, we got room down to 150. I'm gonna put that out there. Got room down to 150. This thing decides to pull. If you guys are already in this, we could run higher over 225. That's when we'll get our entry. This thing doesn't give us our entry at 225. We could rest at 2. We could pull back to 220. That was the last pivot. That was the last pivot we had. And we never really retested it. We gapped over it, which, that could be a good sign as well, that we gapped over that pivot. So that is a good sign. So, maybe we rest over 2 if we don't trigger. If we don't trigger 225, maybe we just rest over 2. We'll see. But, definitely some strength here. I'm in a nice resting bar. Volume is, I'm not sure. I can't really tell. Volume is, it's still coming down. So we go, a nice volume spike would mean we're going to go higher. But it could continue to fade. You just got to kind of be mindful. We do got some top and tails up here in this area. So we're going to see. We're going to see if VTNR really wants to get over 225. But we done already tested it. We done already tried 3 times. And we got us a nice pattern here, gapped up to that area and then faded back to the 20 period. So we're going to see next week what it want to do. We definitely looking for a strong finish on all of our ideas, basically. We're close to month full, so that's kind of what we're looking for. So you guys, let me know what you think down in the comments below. What you think of this idea? Like, comment, hit that notification button, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm drill down to the 4-hour real quick. A 4-hour look like it's primed. I don't know about you guys, but this is another reason why I like this so much. 20 period, we've clipped 20 period. All we need is a little volume to get over 220, and 225 is not a problem at all. Let me know what you guys think about this. The 4-hour just makes it just brings it all together. Nice bounce in the pre-market to get back over 2, then just consolidation. We need some volume, and we're out of there. We're over 225. What do you guys think? Let me know below. To me, I think she's ready to pop. We had a resting week. We're under the 50 period on the 4-hour. That's expected. We're resting. Now it look like we're ready to get back up again. It don't look like it's wrong to sell off. It did for a second, but then as you see, we got right back over that 20 period on the 4-hour. That's some short-term support for you. We're gonna see. Let me know what you guys think about this idea. close the month out strong? Let me know. And for our final idea, we're going to go to WTRH. Waiter Holdings. We got earnings on the 15th of March, so we don't have to worry about that right now. This was in last week's newsletter. We did not trigger. The high was 408. We wanted 410. The highs we got was 404. So we never triggered. So I put it at 405. I nudged it down just a little bit, It'll save us 5 cents on it. But you know, you can do $4 if you want to. I really would prefer it to be at 410. You can add at 410 and add a little bit more 405, or add at 405 and add a little bit more at 410. You know, it's up to you. Monthly is green, so sentiment's still there. We did trigger over last month's high, which is good. We are higher. We do have higher lows on the month from November, December, January, and February this month. We got higher lows. We're looking to fill the month out. If we can get back up to 5, I'm not sure if we will, but if we got back up to 5, I think that would be a nice close to February. Maybe pull back in March, then proceed to go higher from there. We are crossed over that 20 period. So like I said, I really like this idea. We didn't trigger last week, so we did run up 3 weeks in a row. We did break out of a trend, right? We did put in some big volume to break out of that trend, and we did get up to this $4 area. We did put in a resting bar. We put in another resting bar. So, you know, we're still looking for this thing to trigger. Got 2 resting bars. We got a ceiling of 4-ish. We've penetrated. We have not held over. So that is the idea. 405. That will put us over Friday's high. So, you know, we won't get triggered in by accident. It will actually penetrate that high. And then, like I said, we can proceed to move up from there. So 405, I would do 405 by 395. Because like I say, we've already tested this area for 2 weeks. So eventually it's either gonna fail or it's either gonna work. So if it breaks this time, which it can keep doing it for 4-5 more weeks. You know, it ain't no time limit on this, but we just talking about us. We talking about me. I'm talking about me. My deal, like, you know, 3rd time's a charm, as they say. So if we break $4 again, you know, my expectation, we shouldn't come back under $4. We got low volume. We've been resting. Volume has been dropping. We're back down to average volume last week. That's good. We did roughly 8 million. That's average. Under 10 million is average for this stock. That's you know, just looks average. I ain't got no volume average on here. I need to put one on here so you can see what the real average is. You know, we've been in our median, our low volume range. So that's resting to me. Compared to the high volume, over 20 million. We're under 10. That's rest, right? Not a lot of shares being traded compared to when the big moves happen. We're looking for a big move to happen. We've been resting. We're looking for a big move to happen. Break us out of this $4 area. Let me know what you guys think. I think we got earnings on the 15th, so we still got a while for earnings come. So, you know, we're going to see if we can get a little favor for us. Last week didn't trigger. I was waiting on it. It just never happened. Kind of gapped up and then faded and then, you know, didn't do much and then, you know, just was battling. But, you know, definitely, like I said, a repeat idea from last week. Drilling down onto the 4-hour. We are at a nice little road here. We do have a little support here at 390. We do have a little support here at 390. Over as an intraday idea, you could take this thing at 4. 4 really wouldn't be a bad entry. If you want to just be dead center on 4, that's not bad. As long as you understand your risk. So we could, like I say, we could trigger 4 and then pull back. Trigger 4 and pull back. Just know. But start breaking out of these highs, and then, you know, we really start getting some momentum. We start squeezing. We got some short entries on this. We really start squeezing up. So definitely over 4. I think 4. You know what? I think 4 is a safe bet. But for me to get 4, we'll have to hit 405 first. So I would put a stop 405, and I would put my limit. We will break out. We would fall back down to 4. So if we hit 405, it's a stop limit order. The stop will be at 405. So the order will activate at 405. and the stock gonna pull back to 4. Gonna do a quick bounce to retest 4, and then proceed to go higher. That's my idea. I could get full at just 405, but you just never know. Like I said, you can attack it a couple of different ways. You know, whatever works for you. 4 is nice intraday. I would do 4 by, you know, 390, 10 cent, which isn't a bad idea. It depends on how to, like I say, however pre-market opens up, that's how I'm kind of going to approach it. Like I said, I got my eyes on a lot of stocks. Pre-market's going to let me know who's gaining, who's losing, right? Who's up, who's down, right? Right. Waiter, this is already in the middle. So I'll get data, and I'll start throwing ideas. Sorry, I can't talk right now. Start throwing ideas out there. As the day goes on. SPI, you know, a couple of these ideas you can already see they're already up. But you know, Monday we're gonna see what they're doing come Monday. We'll be able to see what the volume is. We'll be able to see what's already moving. We'll be able to go ahead and put some orders in the system based on what's setting up, what has put in a pattern. Like I say, if we got like a pattern like this on Monday, I wouldn't mind taking this over 380. I'm sorry. Looking at the 4 hour, right here. Like if this was, let's just say this is Monday. If this happens Monday, if let's say we gap up to 395 and we put in this red doji between 4 and 390. So we'll open at 395. We will go up to 4, come down to 390, and then kind of doji out in this area here. I would take that. I would put my order in because that would be an intraday idea, right? I would add some there. And then as we proceed to hit my weekly target, I would probably sell some of those shares, re-add up here for the swing trade. You know, it's multiple ways you can do it. Just, you know, be mindful. Definitely need some real volume in the morning. Real volume for me to do that. Because I need to know that I'm not the only one going to be buying this thing. I'm not going to do this on a 500 share doji bar. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do that on a 500 share doji bar in the pre-market on this bar. No, I'm not doing this on 500 shares. This is 14,000 shares for this particular stock that does a little less than 2 million a day. Give me about 50K in the morning. Give me about 50,000 shares in the morning. I'll definitely take that doji. I'll take that doji right out the gate. 50K in the morning. At least I'll take it. Low volume though. It normally do about 0.5 million on average. That's like the low in that area. So, you know, give me a little pop. Green bar. So, you know, you know, we may continue to just run green and just shake out within those days, or may rest, or, you know, we'll see. But, you know, 405, we definitely want to break Friday's high. You guys let me know what you think below about this idea over 405, over 410, over $4. Let me know in the comments below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you made it this far, or if you just tuning in for this particular stock or idea. I appreciate you guys for checking out the channel. That is it for the Swing Trade newsletter. Hope you guys get some information from this. I hope you guys, you know, if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. Stock twits. Second. Bam. Subscribe, like, comment, turn on notifications. Find me on StockTwits/RomeoTrading, Twitter.com/Romeo_trading. If you guys like my ideas and want to donate, you know, I don't mind. Hey, my cash app is $RomeoTrading. I appreciate you guys for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.